Hi. Did Ekiti State really budgeted only 68 million for primary healthcare in the 2026 budget? That is a claim very dark man put out there. And because numbers move emotions faster than facts, a lot of people got angry. But today, I'm not going to defend anybody and I won't attack anybody, but I'm going to help you understand what the budget actually says. Because budgets are not social media posts, they are technical documents. And when you misunderstand how a budget is structured, you can end up misleading millions, just like very dark man did. First, let us establish something we all agree on. Number one, Ekiti State's 2026 budget is 415.57 billion naira. That is the total size of the document we are talking about. So, any serious question about health funding must start from this reality. We are not dealing with a 100 million naira budget. We are dealing with over 400 billion naira. Now, here is where the 68 million comes from. Inside that 415 billion naira document, there is a line item under capital expenditure for primary healthcare equipment and minor upgrades. That line, please take note, that line is 68 million naira. And that line covers things like cold chain equipment, furniture, computers, weighing scales, basic ultrasound machines, and renovations in selected primary health centers. That is what that 68 million is. It is not the entire health budget. It is not all the money Ekiti is spending on healthcare. It is one narrow capital line for a specific type of spending. And this is where the misunderstanding begins. In public finance, health spending is not one number. Every serious government in the world split health funding into 1. Hospitals, insurance, staff salaries, drugs, disease, programs, health agencies, data system, training, infrastructure, primary care coordination, secondary and tertiary care. All of these sit in different places inside the budget. So when someone points to one tiny capital line and says, "This is the health budget," that is not how budgeting works anywhere in the world. It is like walking into a university budget, seeing the money for whiteboard markers, and concluding that is the entire education budget. It does not work that way. And this is why the 68 million narrative collapsed under basic budget literacy. Because once you look beyond that one line, you start seeing that Ekiti's health spending runs into billions. The state runs a health insurance scheme. It funds general hospitals. It supports a teaching hospital. It pays health workers. It buys drugs. It maintains health data system. It even coordinates primary health care through a state agency. None of those things appear under that 68 million line. They are separate votes, separate agencies, separate budgets. That is how every Nigerian state structure its health budget. Now, this does not mean Ekiti is perfect, though. It does not mean citizens should not question government spending. But there is a difference between scrutiny and misrepresentation. If you want to challenge Ekiti's priorities, you must look at how much went to hospitals, how much went to health insurance, how much went to drugs, how much went to staffing, how much went to health agencies, how much went to infrastructure. You do not isolate one small capital item and pretend it represents the entire system. That is not accountability. That is a distortion. So when you hear Ekiti budgeted only 68 million naira for it, what you are actually hearing is Ekiti budgeted 68 million naira for a small slice of primary healthcare equipment and upgrades. That is a very different sentence. And in a 415 billion naira budget, those two meanings are worlds apart. This is why budgets must be read, not just shared, because numbers do not lie, but they can be made to lie when you remove them from their structure. And if we are going to hold government accountable, we must first understand what we are reading. That is how real civic power begins. I remain your host, Osho Abiodun. Join me some other time.